Hello everyone! So we will introduce you to our terrarium, and we are from Group 4, and it consists of me, Karenina, Ronauli, Rumapea, Hanida, Salsa, Vivian Manuella, and Pambudi, Setyo.
This project helps us to learn how animals, water, soil, and plants to interact in closed environment.
In this, we will show you what the terrarium is, how we build it, and the material we use, and how it works.
Let's get started with what inspired us to recreate a miniature green world. Let's go!
Terrarium vivarium or Ismalia is a miniature replica of an ecosystem consisting of plants, microorganisms, and mineral placed in a transparent glass container. A closed terrarium can sustain an ecosystem independently, with sufficient initial water and nutrition, and the transparent glass container allows light to enter to meet energy needs. Terrarium can simulate real-world conditions within the glass environment. For example, desert ecosystem, grassland ecosystem, tropical rainforest ecosystem, and various other ecosystems. Terrarium are created for diverse purposes such as research, gardening method, or decoration.
So what is a terrarium used for? A terrarium is a small enclosed garden, usually made inside a glass container, and in this slide, we explain about what is terrarium useful for. First, educational model of ecological balance. A terrarium helps show how plants, water, and air interact. It's great for teaching about how ecosystems work. Second, demonstrates closed-loop system. A closed terrarium reuses water and air in a cycle. This idea is important in sustainable design where nothing is waste and everything is reused. Other use terrarium is, first, improving indoor air quality. Plants absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen. Second, aesthetic and relaxation. The greenery is beautiful and calming, perfect for home or office decor. And the last, teaching sustainable and ecology, helps people understand the importance of caring for the environment. Typical types of terrarium. There are two main types of terrarium, each for different kinds of plants. First, closed terrarium, best for tropical plants that like humidity, such as fern and moss. The closed lid keeps moisture inside, creating a rainforest-like environment. Second, open terrarium, good for dry climate plants which don't like too much moisture and need airflow. And, of course, in the terrarium itself, there are various components like first, base layer, rocks or gravel for drain so water doesn't build up. Second, activated charcoal keeps the environment clean and absorb odors or mold. Third, soil where the plant's roots grow. Fourth, plants chosen based on the terrarium type. And the last is optional decoration like tiny figure, stones or other pretty items to make it look nice.
Okay, so to make our terrarium, we use several natural materials arranged in layers. At the bottom, we place the small stones and also large stones to help the drainage, and then we added a mix of soil, activated charcoal, and also sphagnum moss. This layer provides nutrients and keep the terrarium fresh. And then next, we add the pillow moss to keep moisture and to make it look green. And finally, we decorated it with small ornaments like branches and also some plants, and we also add an earthworm which help aerate the soil naturally. So for the step by step, here's how we made our terrarium. First, we prepare a clean glass jar, and then we added the small stones and also large stones at the bottom, followed by the soil and charcoal mix. And then after that, we place some pillow moss on top and arrange our decoration using plants and also branch and etc. And then we also add animals like earthworm, and then we water it lightly and close the lid to keep the moisture in it. The terrarium doesn't need much maintenance. Just make sure that to open the lid every 3 to 4 days to let it fresh air, and then no additional watering is needed unless the soil looks very dry. And then always place the terrarium in bright spot but not under the direct sunlight. That way the plants can get enough light and then stay healthy. For 1 week, we could see that the plants were starting to adapt. The most stayed green and some conditions were on the glass, which showed the humidity and was balanced. We also saw the earthworm were burrowing into the soil and helping to create a healthy environment. We opened the lid just once to give it some fresh air. By the second week, our terrarium was still in a good condition. The moss remained fresh and also the soil was still slightly moist. There were no signs of mold and bad smell, which meant that ecosystem was healthy, and we continued to open the lid every few days and we didn't need to worry it.
Linked to industrial ecology, this terrarium represents a circular system, which is everything inside is recycled with no external input or output. Water, light, and nutrients circulate in a closed loop, which is plant use like for photosynthesis and fallen leaf decompose into nutrients. It reflects key concept in industrial ecology, which is the first thing, eco-efficiency, using fewer resources for better results, and the second, zero waste design, which is nothing is waste, everything is reused, and the last is material life cycles, like showing how materials are used, returned, and recycled. Talk about what we learned in this project taught us the importance of system thinking, how every part of a system is connected. We saw real feedback loops like evaporation and decomposition. We also learned to distinguish between biological cycle in nature and technical cycles in industry. Even the small terrarium show how crucial it is to use resources wisely and design systems that support sustainability.
So that's the end of our presentation. Thank you for listening to our terrarium journey.
We hope you can enjoy learning about how little ecosystem works.
Creating it was not only fun, but also helped us understand nature on smaller scale.
So don't forget to like, comment, and share. Thank
Thank
you.
you.